Everybody would like to take a seat. On behalf of the Anjuman, I'd like to welcome Brother Tahir and Brother Lutful, who most of you will see regularly around Walsall, mashallah. They're going to give us a short presentation on the Canal and River Trust and the activities we can do around on the canals and the rivers around Walsall, inshallah. So I'm going to hand it over to Brother Tahir, and inshallah he's going to start his presentation.
Thank you, Jazakallah. Thanks for inviting me firstly. It's lovely to see so many young children, inspiring faces here in front of me. So hopefully we can do a little presentation about who I am and what I do. Okay, so firstly, I'm with the Canal and River Trust. So in West Midlands, we've got so many waterways and canals that we basically can use for our well-being. But a lot of our people don't go on the canals, so we're here to explain why you should come onto the canals and then what you can do with us on the canals. So much fun things that we can do safely near the water. So like I said, I'm Tahir Pervez. I'm the Urban Engagement Manager for the West Midlands region of the Canal and River Trust. So I'm going to show you a little presentation here, if my clicker works. And this video I'll play. Brother, will it play by itself? First, you're going to play this video. So have a look at this video and have a read of the subtitles if you can, yeah? Anybody recognize these places? Have you been here with parents? That's near the Legoland, so you must have been to Legoland in Birmingham. So we're talking about how our canal network relies on volunteers and young people, children and young people. Very important. This is Birmingham City Centre, and this is what it looks like now. But for years we've had the canals, over 250 years in our lovely region here in the West Midlands. And now they were originally designed to transport coal. It was the M6 of today, but now it's used for health and well-being. So we want to use the canals with you to come and join us for your health and well-being. Do some cycling, do some walking, do some running. Maybe go and look at the nature and the wildlife there. And learn about the birds, learn about the herons, learn about the lock systems. You maybe taught this at school. But also we're growing along the side of the canal, so you can make linear orchards now. You can help by growing the next generation of trees for us as well. We can go for walks together like you see on there. We can do fishing together. So we're going to talk about some of these things, and obviously the volunteering side for the adults as well, to get involved and help make them look clean and beautiful. So if we pause it there, and then I'll skip to the next video, next thing. To the next slide. Okay, so what do the Canal and River Trust do? Our main purpose is to look after the canal network, the infrastructure, to make it safe so that boaters that still use the waterways can navigate through the canals safely. That's our main remit. But we also have this wonderful thing called the Community Engagement Arm, and that's why we're here. We're from the Community Engagement Arm. So we do all the fun stuff on the canals. That's where we want you children to come and join us, because you enjoy going and doing fun stuff, right? I've seen you upstairs, you're playing ping pong, you've got smiles on your faces, you're playing games together, and that's beautiful to see. So why not join me and let's do some of these here on your Walsall Canal here, right on your doorstep, where Brother Lutful can come in and we can find a nice space along the canals to do these safely. So this is an example of some of the things we do. We do walking groups, not just for the children, but for the adults, for the men, for women, we could do a women's only group, we could do a men's only group, so it's very culturally sensitive as well. So in this area, physical activity is very important. The levels of obesity are very high in the region, and we need to do something for our well-being. We're looking after our body because God has given us this body, so we need to look after our body as well. And we do running, we do cycling, we do growing, litter picking. Has any of you done litter picking at school? Have you been taught the importance, yeah? Looking after the planet as well. So here in Walsall, you should be proud because you're the founders of the WhatsApp. WhatsApp is Walsall Against Single-Use Plastic, which has now gone on to become World Against Single-Use Plastic. So you've got Professor Gatrad, who's a prominent member of your society here, who started this, and we're continuing it with our support with the Canal and River Trust. So you should be proud. We're doing lots of litter picking and cleaning up the region, and we do lots of other things. So let's talk about some of them. Oh, it's gone back. So this is what we want to speak to you about. Has anyone seen this activity happening near you in the canal? Have you? Anyone? Yes? Has anyone done this activity before? You all have. You've done it as well. Brother Tasneem's done it as well. So this is called this activity is called bell boating, and it's a very safe activity. It's 2 canoes that are stuck together, and 10 people can sit on the canoes. So you can go off and you can do some teamwork. So team building is really important when we're learning young skills. So you can come, you know how to now. We'll show you how to paddle as a team in motion together, because you want to get from one point to another on a boat, and the best way is if we all work together as a team. So this is a beginner's level activity, so parents can get involved, ladies can get involved. Doesn't matter if you're young or old, it's very safe. Easy to get on the boat and easy to come out, very steady on the water as well. So this is what we want to offer the masjid and the community of Walsall. We want to offer lots of free activities, starting with bell boating, and then this is normally a 60-minute session, so you book on, and you'll get a nice buoyancy aid that fits you. You'll have a paddle, and you'll have an instructor who will teach you how to paddle, and then you'll go off and you'll do it. So you'll have at least 45 minutes to 60 minutes free on the water. So if you went somewhere else, you're going to pay £20-30 an hour for this session with your parents, but not here, because we're going to offer it free for you, inshallah. Yeah. So that's one. We already mentioned this. This is a litter picking, and WhatsApp. And WhatsApp stands for Walsall Against Single-Use Plastics. But now we've gone further than Walsall. We've gone the whole world against single-use plastic. So you've got this gentleman, Professor Rashid Gatrad, who you all know in the masjid, hopefully, who's been here, does a presentation already, and he's doing great work. He's inspiring us, and we're carrying that forward. We've also got, does anyone know what that is? Just shout it out. Kayaking, yes. So kayak is an open canoe. It's a little bit more kind of advanced level paddling, but children like your age, you would love to do this. Now, how old are most of you here? 6, 7, 8 onwards? There you go. So this activity you can do safely from 8 plus. The other one we can do from 6 plus. So you should all be able to get onto a single canoe. And this one's fun because you're doing it yourself now. You're learning how to paddle, you're learning to stay afloat, because you don't want to be in the water, so you have to stay balanced, and they teach you that. And children are very good at learning skills very quickly, so you'll love this one, and you can go quite fast on it as well. So when you're paddling, you can have races together as well, so it's really cool. So again, another 60-minute session. And adults can try this as well. Have you tried this one? Yeah? What was your overall kind of sum up the day?
So it was really fun, and it's the first time I've been on a kayak as well. So it's a new thing to try, and it's I was a bit slower than the others, put it that way.
Okay, so you've lived here all your life. I'm 47, you're not much younger. we've never been on the water. I've never been on the water. It took me 47 years to get on the water 6 months ago when I joined this job. And now I want to give you all the chance to try as well. So Brother Yunus, we're getting you on the water soon. Lukfa is very prominent in the fishing side of things. So not only can we use the water for paddling activities and the tow paths for walking, cycling, but we can do this. This is called Let's Fish. So what you have a coach here who comes with all the equipment and the seat and the rods. All you have to do is you'll get your parents to book you a one-to-one session with a coach. You'll get 45 minutes to an hour sitting with a fishing expert. Your parents can learn it, you can learn it, and it takes a little bit of patience, but it's a wonderful activity. So you can learn about what type of fish are in the water, because this canal here, you may think, oh, it's dirty, smelly water, but actually it's got lots of wildlife in there. It's got fish in there, you see the birds and the ducks, you see the heron fishing on there as well. So if the heron is fishing on there, then there are fish in the water. So does anyone know what a heron looks like? Has anyone seen the picture of a heron? No? If you come and see me on the canal, I'll promise you I'll show you a heron. We'll find a nice spot where it comes regular. So there's some already events that Lukfa has got organised for your region. So we've got a big event in the summer. We want to celebrate fishing. So before we get to the summer event, from spring onwards, we want to offer you all a chance to try a few sessions of fishing. So within your team here, you might find 8 or 10 of you that really, really enjoy fishing and had a try, and we can enter you to the national competition as well. So you could represent Walsall, you can come back with your medal and you can display it at the masjid as well. So that would be great, wouldn't it? So that's fishing. Now everyone knows what's happening this summer, and if you don't, where have you been? We've been shouting about it. It's the Commonwealth Games. Yeah. So does anyone know what kind of sports are in the Commonwealth Games?
Football.
Unfortunately not. I would love it if football was in it. No. Have another guess.
Yes.
Yeah, just shout. You? Tug of war? No, unfortunately not. Anyone else? Yeah.
Cricket.
Cricket's in it? Yes. Fishing? No. But we will make it our. We can make it what we want to. But there's lots of sports. There's athletics, there's badminton, there's judo, there's bowling. Do you want to say another one? Tennis, yes. So lots of activities like this. But over here are all the Commonwealth countries that are represented in the Commonwealth Games this year. Does anyone recognise some of the names in there that you guys are? Which one? Shout it out. United Kingdom, of course, yes. What else?
India.
India, yes. Where is it? There it is, up there, yeah? Yes.
Pakistan.
Pakistan is up there. Fabulous. Next one.
Bangladesh.
Bangladesh. Can you find it? Where is it? Where is it?
This.
Oh, at the top there. It's highlighted. Are you children from any of the other countries that are listed here?
India.
India, we've said India. Is anyone from any of the other countries? Mauritius, Namibia, Malaysia. Anyone here? Any of the adults? Any other countries that we represent? Well, I know out in our Walsall community we have many other nations that can be represented. So why not we enter a team from India, a team from Pakistan, a team from Bangladesh, and we all do fishing together, or we all do paddling together, head-to-head races, whatever we want to do. We can make it fun, or we can just be a united team of United Kingdom with all the faiths and all the nations represented. So that's what we want to do, and these are some of the other partners that we work with already. So some of the masjids like Green Lane Masjid, Bahu Trust, Muath Trust, and we also have the Islamic Medical Society. Where's brother from the university, Hassan? So that's all the university people. We've got a Great Bar Muslim Foundation here, a Safa Scouts as well. So there's a Scouts team that children come out and they learn about the canals with us. They do navigation, they do paddling, and we do other things like fishing with them already. So we've proven that we can have fun on the canals with all these other Muslim representation and faith groups as well. So let's give you an opportunity to try it. Yeah. So go back home, speak to the parents, adults, mums, dads, uncles, and say we would like to do this because the Canal and River Trust are offering us a free opportunity to do something unique here in Walsall. So you don't need to travel far. We'll come to you. We'll make it local and we'll make it safe and fun. Yeah. So I'm going to hand you over to Brother Lukfer, who's going to talk a little bit more about your program. Yeah. Sorry.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. That's better, alhamdulillah. That's good, let's welcome inshallah. Yes, my name is Lutfur Rahman and I'm the Community Roots Engagement Coordinator, so I've got a big title there. So I got the responsibility of the community engagement like Brother Taz, but my specific area is Walsall and Sandwell. So what community roots basically means is that we've got some extra funding to do those nice special activities that I just mentioned before. Okay. Okay. So, well, what we say in Canal River Trust is life is better by water. Now, what do we mean by that? Research shows. Okay, you have to go then. What do you mean by that? What do you think?
If you have water, then you could survive.
Survive, yes. Life, water is life, isn't it? Yeah? What we mean by life is better by water is that we found through research that people who spend at least half an hour a day or even half an hour a week, their mental and physical well-being improves. Yeah. Canal River Trust, they have got 2,000 miles of canals and waterways and several rivers. So it is an open corridor for people like yourselves, us, to use it. And because it's a beauty in our doorstep. 1 in 8 people in Britain don't have a garden. So they can use canal as their garden. Yeah. Also, we as Muslims, we've got a very special connection with water. Does anybody know? What's a special connection? It's in the Quran. Anybody? Take a guess? Yeah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Nur, verse 45, وَاللَّهُ خَلْقَ كُلَّ دَابَّةٍ مِّمَّا. And Allah has created from water every living creature. Yeah, and this is one of the actual miracles of the Quran, because Allah, that was revealed 1400 years ago. Now scientists have found that 80% of all the cells, especially the human cells, contain protoplasm, which is liquid, which means water. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says 1400 years ago that, because He's a creator obviously, so He knows. So every living creature is made of 80% is water. Subhanallah. Also, so the scholars will tell us that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, before creating the universe, yeah, His throne was above the water. Subhanallah. I was going to hear Sheikh Mustaqim Shahi will tell me as well. And alhamdulillah, he's been to some of our activities as well, so he can testify. So, yes, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the universe from the smoke of the water, yeah, from dukhan. So we as Muslims, we have a special connection with water. Water is life, and scientifically, as I said before, it is that it's proven that when we spend time by water, it improves the health and well-being. Yeah. So what is Community Roots program? What am I here for? What do I do? What do I do in Walsall? What do I do in Sandwell? Basically, Community Roots project is a project encouraging people living around the 1 kilometer of the waterways to learn about, understand, and more importantly, value and enjoy the canals. Yeah? Enjoy it, because this is our local asset. Yeah? It's for us. Yeah? You know, as Brother Taz mentioned before that, when there was no motorways, people used the canals as to bring all the nice goods. Yeah? And there were factories and everything. And our fathers, my father came in this country in the 1950s, and he used to work in factory. And then he brought his family, that's how I came. And the factories used to be located by the canal, because that's how they used to receive the goods. So without the canals, there would be no factories. Without any factories, my forefathers, your forefathers, would not be here in this country. And if they were not in this country, we would not be in this country. So do you see the connection? So because of the canals, we had the Industrial Revolution, we had these factories, then they needed workers, so our fathers came, then we came. So you have a special connection with the canal. Yeah? So there are some issues that we face in the canals, and some of the issues like litter, fly tipping, dog fouling, graffiti. Now, if we don't use the canals, if we abuse it, will it be nice? No. So we need to look after our environment, yeah? So we need to, maintain it. We need to own it. We need to take ownership of it. And it is very important, because looking after the environment is also part of Islam. Yeah? Being a good Muslim also requires to be respectful to the environment. Prophet ﷺ said that even when you do wuzu, you should not waste water. So that's how Muslims are encouraged to look after the environment. Yeah? So now, I'm just keeping my presentation short and sweet, because the Parvis has explained a lot. So he also explained some of the activities that we'll be delivering. So these are some of the activities that we'll be delivering, which Brother Taz explained. And inshallah, we'll be leading those activities, being also my specific area. We'll have some kayaking sessions, canoeing sessions, let's fish, yeah, and we'll be doing inshallah in the Walsall Canal Basin. Have you ever been to Walsall Canal Basin, anybody? Do you know where that is? No?
Any of the adults?
Any of the adults, uncles, know where the Canal Basin is? Have you been to Walsall Art Gallery?
Yeah.
It's just by there. So it's very close to you. So starting from inshallah April onwards, we'll have some kayaking, canoeing, let's fish, and if we can, as Brother said, it costs hundreds of pounds even for us to organize this, but for you it's free. So you need to enjoy it and see how you feel, and then also think about how you can give back to the community, give back to the environment. Yeah. So it's all about having the mutual benefit. Yeah. So taking the benefit, also giving back. Yeah. Does that make sense? Inshallah. So inshallah from April we'll liaise with the mosque, the brothers. Inshallah, we can probably do like a let's walk after Fajr. Let's start a Fajr walk. After Fajr, go to the canals, do a round and come back. We can do that as well, inshallah. So we can do guided walk. We've got ecologists who can do a special guided walk. They teach you about different species in the canal. So we can do that as well. So there's a lot of different exciting things that we can do, inshallah. So that's it basically. So please stay with us, be with us, help us, inshallah, help the environment, and together we can, make life better by water. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum.